Hello everyone. In this video, we'll calculate the area of this oblique triangle. Now this triangle is an oblique triangle because it is not a right angle triangle. Now in order to calculate the area of any triangle, we have to use the formula for area of a triangle, and that formula is area equals base times height divided by 2. So B represents the base length of the triangle and H represents the height of the triangle. Now in this triangle, this side here, the horizontal side of this triangle represents the base of this triangle. So this base length 80 centimeter is the B value. The height of this triangle is represented by this broken line that I'm drawing on the board. So the length of this line represents the height. So this is a line that's drawn from the top vertex and is perpendicular to the opposite side of the triangle. Now we are not given the height of this triangle, so we have to calculate it from the given information. Now this smaller triangle that's made by the side that represents the height of the triangle is a right angle triangle. So I can label the corners in this triangle, so that will make it easy to reference the sides. So A, B, C and D. So we have to analyze triangle ADC, which is a right angle triangle. And in this right angle triangle, we know the length of side AD and we know angle D. And we have to find this side length, which represents the height of the given triangle. Now since it's a right angle triangle, we can use SOHCAHTOA. Because we are given an angle in this triangle, we have to find one side length of the triangle and we are given the length of another side in the triangle. Now in order to use SOHCAHTOA, we have to identify which kind of side do we have to find and which type of side is given to us. Now for this 55-degree angle, H represents the opposite side and 40 centimeter represents the hypotenuse, because 40 centimeter is the longest side in this right angle triangle and it's also opposite to the right angle. So as per SOHCAHTOA, we can use the sine ratio to calculate the height of the triangle. So we have to use the sine ratio, because for sine ratio the formula is opposite over hypotenuse. And in this case, we have to find the length of the opposite side. So for O, we will use H, which is the height of the triangle, and the hypotenuse length is 40 centimeters. We can solve for H by cross multiplying 40 to the left side of the equation. So we get 40 sine 55 degrees equals H. And now we can evaluate this expression. We can use our calculator. So 40 times sine of 55 degrees is equal to 32.8. So I'm rounding the answer to one decimal place or to the nearest 10, and the unit is centimeter. So this is the height of this oblique triangle. And now we can use this height to calculate the area of this triangle. So now we can sub in these values in the formula. So we already know that the base length is 80 centimeter. So that's the side BD times the height, which we just calculated as 32.8, and divided by 2. Now we can simplify and evaluate this expression. So we start by multiplying the numerator terms. 80 times 32.8, which is equal to 2624 over 2, and which can be reduced to 1312. So that should be the final answer for the area of this triangle. Is 1312 centimeter squared, because for area we use square on the unit of length. So this can be our final answer. So if you find this video useful, please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.